A second booster was approved by the FDA. So the FDA looked at the data of the vaccine and how long the effectiveness of it is, and have now recommended a second booster at least 4 months after the first booster. So for those who have received their first booster, at least 4 months after, the FDA recommends for adults 50 and older, they can receive either a second booster of the they can choose to receive either of the mRNA vaccines as their second booster. So 4 months after their first booster for 50 years and older, again, 50 years old and over. And then also for those who are 12 and older that are immunocompromised, and specifically they said moderately to severely immunocompromised. So this would be people who have a diagnosis of an immunocompromising condition. If they're on immunosuppressive therapy, you want to look at how severe is that immunosuppression. So are they considered moderately to severely immunocompromised, and they're 12 and older? For the 12 to 17-year-old, it'd be the Pfizer only, because Pfizer is only approved for 12 down to age 12. And then for 18 and older, they can receive the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine. So to be clear, this is a second booster. I think it's easiest for me to understand the immunocompromised individual. So immunocompromised, their primary series is 3 doses. So it's 1, 2, 3 doses. Then they would receive their first booster, then they receive their second booster. Okay, so yes, for some people, this would mean this is their 5th dose of the vaccine. And this is based on the fact that the immunity wears off over time. And so to keep the levels of the antibody high enough to help them resist COVID, this is what's recommended. So for anybody 18 to 49 who received the Janssen vaccine as their primary series and their booster, then their second booster can be the mRNA vaccine. It's recommended actually that they should receive the mRNA vaccine. So if they got J&J for their first dose, their primary series, and for their first booster, they would now receive an mRNA vaccine, again, if they're 50 and older, or if they're 12 and older and they're immunocompromised.